welcome to Ready Player Dumb. Roller Coaster Tycoon. That is the game that we shall play. I'm by myself for now, but perhaps maybe joined by with some other people a little bit later on. I want to welcome everybody in here. Today, not only are we recording Roller Coaster Tycoon, but we are also live on our Twitch, which actually I put in the wrong thing. 1 second. I put a link in our Discord and I realized I completely messed that up. Did I get it right this time? I think I got it right this time. Whatever. I'll fix it anyways. But again, I want to welcome everybody in here. I am going to be going through some Roller Coaster Tycoon stuff. For those of you watching this live, you happen to be watching this before these episodes have started airing, which is a little bit fun because you're going to kind of be thrust into what's going on. For those of you watching on YouTube, of course, watching the episodes, you can always keep an eye on our Twitch. If you have a Twitch, follow us, because you never know. Sometimes we'll be going live with games like this. And since I am by myself, Sarah said, hey, you know what? Why don't you go live with this and see if you could get some people to hang out with you? So I'm like, you know what? That's a good idea. It's going to get quiet here for a second. So yeah, just again, want to thank everyone for joining in here. We'll be interacting with the chat throughout our gameplay of the day, and I should probably just make sure that I've got everything clicked and everything set. So I'm going to do that. We're just about a minute away from getting into the park. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give some love. Some love to our patrons here of Ready Player Dumb. Shout out to all these wonderful people. And clicking the buttons. Yeah, I'm just going to have to relink this. I am not tech savvy at all. Sarah will be the first to tell anybody about this. She's like, yeah, he's not the guy. It's not the guy to be the tech savvy one. I try, but I fail repeatedly. Okay, well, now that I've clicked a few buttons and gotten that all sorted out, once again, I'm going to just say it again. Hello and welcome to Ready Player Dumb, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Once again, we are live. Actually, for the first time with Roller Coaster Tycoon, are we live? But we're going to be looking into our map that we've been working on. In the last episode, we had just finished putting the monorail around the park. As of right now, like I said, I'm here by myself, but we'll see if we get some other people to join us. And yeah, looking forward to this because of a couple of reasons. So we'll go ahead and load our save game. And we'll get into the exciting bits right now. So, this is where we left off. We have our gigantic watchtower. We got balloons. This roller coaster has been successful. These, you know, so far we've got a pretty banging park here, if I may say so. I'm a little bit biased. I am the person who, you know, put this thing together, but I've got to say I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, you know, it's pretty well as things start to break down. If you do notice, though, in the bottom left corner, there is a massive difference between when we left at the last episode and today. And that is right here. Oh, we just received an award. The park with the best food in the country? Oh, yes! Success. The reason that this is what it is, first off, I don't think we got above like 800 guests in our previous playthroughs, maybe just above 700 at times. We're at 1,000 guests. if you look, the bigger thing is the money, $50,000. What happened since our last playthrough, you may ask? Well, the answer is our roller coaster broke down. But our other answer is that so I was in a long conversation with Panama Matt and Sarah after our last recording, and I'm like, well, if we're just gonna be chatting here, I'll just keep it going for a bit. And I just was doing a bit of, you can see the time has moved forward. I forget where we left off, but we're now in July year 9, and ultimately, what we ended up doing is, oh, sorry. What we ended up doing is running a bunch of the ad campaigns for the park to get people into the park, ad campaigns for rides, vouchers for food, that kind of stuff, and just kept doing it because I was sitting here and there wasn't a lot that needed to be done to the park itself. So I was like, wow. Now, the funny thing is the biggest complaint we've been getting is the park is too crowded. Pretty good problem to have, if I may say. Let's see, I'm just clicking on a couple things here because this game doesn't like to interact. Bowden's like, this isn't iRacing, or this ain't iRacing, to get it correct. You are correct, this ain't iRacing. This is Roller Coaster Tycoon. Oftentimes here on Twitch, we are live with our iRacing shenanigans, but today is not that day. So yeah, so we're working through this park, and what we're going to be working on in this episode is trying to get our monorail not only kind of further up and running, but I guess in a bigger way. We need to give stuff to do. Like, we have this area, we have this area. I want to just fill in these areas and use as much as we can. I think we've completely maxed out all of our development, so we're no longer developing things. But we have a lot of rides and stuff that we could put in, some of which we might purchase, and others we might design. We might put in our own designs here. So that's the big thing, is to stop the complainers of this park, because they are constantly saying, let's look at those thoughts, that this park, oh wait, no, look at that, they're getting better. Or is it? It's too crowded here, has actually gone down quite a bit. This was pretty big for a while. It's probably because we're not, I think, actively running an ad campaign as we speak. Check in on that. So we'll see. Is there? Yeah. So there is advertising for the park itself, but So not only do we need to do something with this, and I'm going to create a whole portion of the park over here. I've been looking very forward to this. Again, we're going to expand this park. So what we did with this monorail system is this monorail reaches out over here to the far reaches of this part of the park. So you can see here, there's a neat little lake that we can utilize. Those of you that are familiar with Roller Coaster Tycoon, this is the one that you first see. So you're probably pretty familiar with this. Then we also have this area, and what I don't want to do is get too ahead of myself. So I want to build these areas so there's something to do in these areas. And I'm gonna, now it's like kind of crunch time, right? Where it's like, okay, because I do want to alleviate the stress of how much population we have going on in this park. The rides seem to be doing fairly well. That's pretty great. Yeah, so we'll just kind of work through some of this in this episode and get to building. So. One of the things that I said immediately with this area, I'm like, well, I know what I'm going to build is, and it might be a bad idea. It probably is a bad idea. But there is this water attraction here where the boat hire, I guess is what it's called. Boat dock consists of wooden platforms built on a lake. Guide tracks can be built to limit where passengers steer the boats. You can do that. I don't usually do that. And when I say don't usually do that, I mean in the past when I used to play this, I used to let people just kind of free roam, and I'm probably going to do that, and I might regret it. I don't know. Let's regret some stuff. How about that? This let's see. We have our log flume over here, but maybe we'll put a water slide over here too. Kind of have a water theme going, among some other things. So, yeah, we've got a lot of money. It's time for us to build. Let's build. Okay, so this is the station platform. Now I need to remind myself just exactly what is it? Okay, yeah. It's a shame you can't build things that way, or diagonal. So limited. Where do I want to put this? I can also expand this, like, if I want. I might. I feel like this needs to be in the water, though, right? I'm pretty sure it has to be. So, where do we want to put it? Do we want to have it going this way? Hmm. I really, like, this was like one of those grand ideas that I had, and I'm like, gotta do this. How much can I get away with though? See, I don't feel the need for anything like that. So I'm not gonna do it. You hear me? I'm not gonna do it. All right, we gotta get rid of some of these trees. Love the trees, but they're in my way. Okay, let's put ourselves a path. Do that. No, let me do that. Fine. Be that way. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to take out the natural awesomeness. Some of this area I'm gonna have to modify. I know that. As I progress. Did that just undo my? Dare you? And again, there's a whole lot of area over here, so we'll make this all worthwhile for our fine people. I do feel like amongst the thing, like, look, I don't need these trees here, guys. I just don't. There's a few things that we'll probably put in. Roller Coaster 1. I love that I haven't. I haven't named Roller Coaster 1. But it broke. I know my mechanics will be on it. I believe in them. Okay. So I guess we'll, like I said, we'll kind of see how much we can add in this area. Obviously, it's not the biggest area, so we might struggle a bit. But I need the basics. I'm going to need bathrooms. I'm going to need other fun stuff. Why is it doing that? Game. There we go. I just wanted to make sure that was going to work. And it did. Excellent. Okay. All right. Let's see. Get rid of this tree. Good. I was making sure the audio was working. So yeah. Yeah, I think it makes most sense to have these platforms go down here, and then we can circle them back. So, like I said already, I'm going to maybe place some things here. Let's see, demon drop. What do you look like? Cool. Oh my gosh, does that fit right there? If that fits right there, I have to put it there. I just have to. Even though I just said, like, oh yeah, I would design my own rides. But I'm like, if this fits, that's almost too perfect. Let's see. Does it fit though? That's the question. Can't construct here. Why? Is it this tree? Probably. Let's see here. What else might be the issue if I put it here? This tree. Oh, that is awesome. I'm sorry, but hello. That is cool. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Sweet. All right, so we can put our exit there. The problem that I definitely see here is I do not have a lot of room to put the line. Woe is me. Hmm? Interesting. I can't, I basically can't do that. Which is so sad. Okay. This is fine. This isn't actually that big of a problem. Because I think that I can, let's see here. No, I don't want to trash that. The entrance. Gotta be a way for me to you know, I haven't had to get rid of the entrance yet. So I kind of, let's see here. Oh, I see. Okay, so I can modify this. So let's move the exit here. I don't have a ton of options. Kind of limited here. You know what? Why don't we actually put the exit? Okay, the Waterslides now. Okay. Entrance, no line whatsoever. Aha. That's not gonna work. We can't do that. That is unethical. That is immoral. That just simply is a bad idea. We cannot have such insanity. I will not allow it. Oh, man. Let's see, game. What are you going to do for me? I ask. Oh, a balloon just popped. Sadness. The popping of a balloon. There's not really a lot I could do with this area anyways, so I might as well do anything. Oh, man. We'll do that. We'll do that. Make them earn it just a little bit. Okay. This is kind of the question here. Can I do this? Ah. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to have the room to do that. All right. There's a few very necessary features, like we've kind of already said. If you're going to have people make their way over here, why is this not? Oh, build. If you're going to have people over here, you're going to need amenities. You just gotta. You can't not have amenities. So we're gonna put down some of this stuff. You know, I don't think we need it. Did I click yes? I didn't mean. But you know, you should have some food. You should have some drink. Like, this is all stuff that if we don't have, the people are going to be upset. And I just can't have that. I cannot have upset people, not in my park. What snack should we do? What do you guys think? What snack? Snack would be French fries, ice cream, cotton candy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Ice cream. Ice cream! Because it's the water park area, so yeah. Alright, so we've added in these two rides. We haven't opened them yet because obviously there's still a lot going on. There you go, man. You're doing a great job. How's the whole park doing in general? Is anything falling apart here? Doesn't look like it. That's good. Why is no one on Big Wood? Why does this happen? You guys loved this ride 5 seconds ago. And now, if I look at your thoughts, you're all saying, I'm not paying that much. Arr. Fine, $2. Give me $2 and you could go on that ride. I want you all just come flooding in, I'm sure of it. Not. Well, the ride's gonna operate with or without you guys. We got 2 mechanics on the scene. That's how you know that we're taking this incredibly seriously. All right. It's so weird that the fine people of this place. I'm gonna run a little bit more stuff here. Let's put an ad campaign out for her. Let's see. We'll do it for Big Wood. Tell people that Big Wood is awesome. Do it. Advertise for the park. Do it. Free food or drink. What should we give them? Ice cream? Sure. And, yeah. We'll do that. You know what? I don't even care. I'm gonna let them go on Bigwood for free. Sure. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Alright, so while those people get all excited about my generosity, which, by the way, our guest count's falling quite significantly right now. Like over 100 people, so we'll just manage that a bit. What we should do is test things. I can't test that? It's just either open or not open? Interesting. Okay. Fine. Alright, so we put in those. The last touch I'm going to do to this whole area is trash cans and benches. You need trash cans and you need benches. You don't have trash cans and you don't have benches, you're just not going to have a good time. It's just the fact. Hello, Brony Gamer 8000. Hope you are doing well. We are playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. Alright, what am I going to do? Let's see. We're good here. I don't need any of those. There's a maze that's pretty neat. I'm doing just swell. Mr. 8000 or Miss 8000 or none of the above 8000. Brony Gamer 8000. All right. What do we got now? Watching from the pool. Well, then you're going to love this new area we're developing here at our park, at Dumley Land. So we have that. Somewhere in here we have, that's right, the bumper car area. That could be a fun addition over here. Question is how big? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty perfect. We have nice. I hope you're doing well at the pool. We can always add trees, guys, if we feel like we've really lost the beautiful landscaping. We can get back to it, and we probably will. Yeah, we're gonna have this whole new area. People are gonna just love this. They're never gonna want to leave. It sounds like, I think there's like a horror movie kind of with that premise. Boop. Boop. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I could adjust so much so quickly. All right, so our guest count is moving up. Build this. Still laughing about when Sarah and Matt were like, "What are you doing? You can't do that. You can't." I'm like, listen, I do whatever I want. Dang it. When I was, I wanted to put the entrance and exit like right next to each other, which I happen to have to do here, by the way. All right, well, it looks like that ride's operating just fine, so I don't need it to be testing anymore. These rides seem to be doing okay. I might modify this ride at some point, but we'll see. I was kind of thinking it'd be cool to have maybe I could put a roller coaster right here. That'd be pretty. I mean, I already have a roller coaster right there too, but you know, All right. Saber Spark.
What are you doing?
I'm live on Ready Player Dumb Twitch. What are you doing?
No way.
Yeah,
You're on Twitch?
I am. I'm playing Roller Coaster Tycoon right now.
Let me see here.
Here.
Let's go.
I will hook you up. Oh,
I have the link.
you have the link?
I got you.
So this game's so old that I can't just click off of it and be like, oh, let me do this stuff. Here, I actually needed to pull this up in the event that anyone else showed up. So welcome in.
Thank you.
I'm all by myself
Welcome.
in here. I've got some people in the chat chatting it up with, but
What up, chat?
yeah, they're like, Saber, the neighbors here.
What's good?
Oh, come on here.
You know, it's funny. Wait, so Roller Coaster Tycoon has nothing to do with like The Sims, correct?
It might be like, I can't help but wonder if it. I think the immediate answer is no, but I feel like there's some kind of cross there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels like a similar idea. Does that make sense?
Right.
So
No, I get you.
yeah. So yeah, you want to see my park?
But see, I'm looking at it right now.
I made this whole roller coaster all by myself.
Is it Dumbly Land?
Dumbly Land, yeah. All
right.
Thank you for at least laughing.
Dumbly Land.
Because I think Sarah and Panama Matt were like, okay, and I'm like, shut up.
No. I like it.
Thank you.
Okay, we got ourselves 2 roller coasters. Is it a monorail?
That is a monorail that I'm working on expanding the park quite a bit. In fact, I'm utilizing this whole area. Of course, I had to.
Dude, I love the old aesthetic of these games. It's just so charming.
It is. It's like there's something just so. It's so pleasing. Like, I don't know why, but it is.
Low polys, the little grid texture, or
the beautiful water,
the beautiful lake, the swans.
Yes.
We have this other section here. So we got a water, like a water park ride here.
Yeah, we got a water slide, and then we'll have our boat ride that you can freeform into the lake and die of hunger or something.
Yeah, as it goes.
Bumper cars, not pars. What else do we have here?
What's that? Is it like some kind of like watermill? I see.
Yeah, this guy. When I bought this land with my big old credit card, this was there, and I was like, maybe preserve a little bit of the old time,
gentrify it.
Yeah, make people appreciate my appreciation of it. Yeah.
Right next to the water slide.
Correct. So I was, yeah.
Well, what's next then? What you want to build next?
Well, I just put in the bumper cars. And like I said, I'm kind of expanding this out. At some point I'm going to put in probably like a roller coaster here, one that I'll probably design. I was looking to see what other small things I have. Here, 1 second. Just gonna click on something. Boom, and cool. Let's see what we've got. The slide. I should just put in a train that just goes like right here.
I like the faces of like the different like levels of expressions. Hello, Bazoonga! Whoa! I love it. What a charming game.
Man. Well, we actually just did a decent amount of expansion here, so I might wrap up this episode where it's at, and then Saber, if you're around,
Sure.
I'll
keep it going.
Yeah. So when we go back at Ready Player Dumb, we will continue with the expansion. For those of you watching live, you guys can sit tight, but for those of you watching on YouTube, we will be back shortly. Thank you for watching Ready Player Dumb. We'll see you next time.